News for the newsless. I'm Tim Black. News for the newsless. The news you need, just the way you want it. Thank you so much for tuning in. Click like, subscribe, share, do all that good shit. I would talk about politics, but aren't we tired of that? I can tell you how Donald Trump is lying, how MAGA keeps protesting, how there are natural disasters that keep destroying the world and not getting taken care of. I could tell you about school shootings that aren't being addressed. But that's not what we need to hear. We hear that every day. Today we're going to be talking about Venus Williams. Did you see her big fine ass on that tennis court? If you're not a tennis fan, the US Open in New York is our premier tennis championship here in America. Venus Williams, at 45 years old, after beating Sjogren's syndrome, I thought the bitch had lupus. I didn't know what was going on with Venus. She just wasn't playing anymore. Sjogren's syndrome apparently is a condition that gives fatigue, pain, much like fibromyalgia. So she beat that, and I guess Auntie woke up and was like, shit, I'm going to go play some tennis. Venus just made it to the quarterfinals of the US Open. Unfortunately, she has been removed, but she gave a valiant effort, making it to the quarterfinals of any major championship is a big deal. Yes, she was playing doubles. Who cares? Her partner, Hernandez, was fabulous, and it was just good to see that, man. It's good to see athletes doing good things. Do you remember when George Foreman went and won the heavyweight championship of the world? Like, at his ripe age, after Foreman Grills was out and everything. Like, this is a good story. Don't get me wrong. Venus is still picking out her own outfits. God damn. But she looks great. She played great. She's playing against some of the best young people in the world. I'm going to tell you, when you look at the court, you thought that Venus, I want to say Venus could have been everybody's mama at the US Open. But she was amazing. Nothing could hold her back, except for them two girls that whooped her ass in the quarterfinals. But it's good to see stories like that. It's good to watch comeback stories like that. Right now, our versions of athletes are so dejected and soiled. Don't get me wrong. When you're on that pedestal, and we put them there, of celebrity and athlete, when you're on that pedestal, you live in a microcosm. Say it with me, microcosm. A microcosm is a version of the world that replicates society. I.e., high school is a microcosm of the world. Athletes are just like us. Except they train every day, they're committed to their task, and they get paid millions of dollars. So with the exception of all those points, athletes are out here getting into arguments with their wives. They're out here drunk driving. They're out here dealing with families. They're out here dealing with physical ailments like the Sjogren's syndrome that Venus was dealing with. Athletes are dealing with real things. They have more opportunity to get into trouble because of their access, their money, and the eyes that are constantly looking at them. For instance, we all got a cousin that dog fight, but your cousin ain't Michael Vick. You know, we could go down the list of athletes that have made ridiculous mistakes. Michael Vick, of course, Ray Carruth. Do you remember when Ray Lewis was on trial for murder in Atlanta? Like, there are eyes looking at you. And my black ass is making sure that I catch an Uber home so I don't get a DUI. But you, with millions of dollars and everything to lose, decide you're going to go wrap a fucking Lamborghini around a light pole. So you got to figure out what the thinking is. I will say this. When you live a life of competition and you are a competitive person on a regular basis, I do think that your perception can be a bit skewed. When people want to challenge you or question you or be an obstacle to your success, your mindset as a world-class athlete changes. Has to be different. It has to be different. That's the way that you're wired. Some people are wired differently. But when you look at how athletes have been portrayed and then represented, you see the situation where you have your own, you can be your own worst enemy. The Shannon Sharpe situation, I think, is ideal. This man has lost $20 million. Is about to lose another $20 million paired up with Ocho Cinco because he wanted to be popular and leave his phone off while he was in a freak off with this little white girl from OnlyFans. It's ridiculous. It's insanity. You're a Hall of Famer. You got a podcast that is making you millions of dollars. You had a job at ESPN, but they can't be associated with that. Your old ass over here fucking with 19-year-old and 20-year-old girls on your phone. You can't do those things. I was just happy it was a girl. I didn't know what Shannon was up to with them little tight ass suits. Just one size up, Shannon. Just one size up. I think everybody will be cool. Just one size up. You're a big nigga. Your shoulders, I don't know if it's all shoulder or what, but your crotch, you just gotta loosen up. And let's not make it a thing where this Hall of Famer does one thing and everybody else is free to go. Brett Favre got his daughter and her Mississippi volleyball team an entire new workout and training facility all off the backs of welfare recipients of Mississippi. No one's talking about that. Sebastian Telfair is now trying to work out a pardoning situation with Donald Trump because he has violated his probation from a health insurance scam that he did afterwards. And I got to imagine after you quit being a $1 million world-class, world-traveling athlete on a regular basis, that getting back to normal society can be a little bit different, can be a little bit daunting. And at times, you need to do certain things to make yourself, to give you that fix, to give you that boost, that dopamine that makes everybody kind of go and push forward, you know? Gilbert Arenas was just in a world-class, high-stakes illegal gambling ring. And everybody he was associated with, all them niggas looked like they were kidnappers from Taken 3. They were all named Aviv and Halal and, you know, they wore sandals and fucking Gucci slippers. Like, I don't know. And Gilbert Arenas gonna tell. He gonna tell. This is a man who used to bring guns into the locker room. He doesn't think straight. He doesn't think straight. So, when you look at what we're dealing with when it comes to celebrity and it comes to athletes, have we put them on a pedestal? Have we expected too much of these athletes? Have we assumed because of their commitment, because of their focus, that they are immune to the mistakes of this world? I find it hard to believe, and I don't feel like it's something that we should. I don't feel like it's something that we should condone. No! The list is crazy. Let me see what I got here. The list is crazy. You don't even realize how many athletes have been and are in trouble at this point. Let me see. I got Gilbert Arenas, Shannon Sharpe, Fred Curley, an Olympic athlete, Sha'Carri Richards. Did you see that meltdown at the airport? Now, trust me, flying with a significant other, traveling with your family can be very stressful. I'm on planes a lot, and I watch people go fucking through it. I'm on planes by myself, and I'm thankful for that. But I watch people go through it, trying to make sure that they keep their sanity or keep their partner in line. Sha'Carri got with that shit and was like, I'm Sha'Carri Richards. Do you not know that I'm Sha'Carri Richardson? Do you not know, hey, officer, stop. I see you got me in handcuffs. I get that. We were just arguing, but I'm Sha'Carri. Do you know what happens when I tell the police that I'm Timothy Young? They say, oh, that is you, Mr. Young. You have several warrants. Like, it's different. It's different. And in some circles, in some spaces, I have no doubt that if she were anywhere else, maybe in Atlanta or DC, maybe they would have been like, you know what? Girl, I got you. But Sha'Carri looks like a fucking handful, doesn't she? She look like one of them girls from Atlanta that let me buy them all them drinks and then don't call me back. So what are we doing, man? We've got a list. I mean, it is not a little list either. Sha'Carri, Quincy Judkins, Eric Bledsoe, Jimmy Ward, Fred Curley, Shannon Sharp, JT Lindsay, Gilbert Arenas. I mean, the list goes on and on. Brett Favre, I cannot forget Brett Favre. Don't let Brett Favre get away. He did some super corrupt shit. I mean, it's just what happens when you get fame. And we live in this world where fame, in our society, fame rules. Everybody thinks that they can do the shit that Michael Jordan and LeBron James do because they watch it on television. No, you have to commit. You have to drive. You've got to work endlessly at your craft every day to make sure that things happen. You can't just be a YouTube star. You can't just be a content creator. You can't just be. As much as we all want to just be, and it sounds so easy. It sounds so effortless. That's the problem. Nothing is accomplished in this world without effort. So tell me what you think. Are we destined to have great stories like the Miami Dolphins co-owner Venus Williams trying her hand at the doubles U.S. Open Championship at 45 years old, looking real glossy and oiled up? I don't know if it's my age or what, but Venus looked good. Venus looked good. Or are we going to continue to give praise to the ridiculousness that is celebrity, that is athlete? It is great to look at as it's happening. Brad Pitt is fantastic to look at in these imaginary situations. It's great to watch these quarterbacks and these running backs dodge and dash in these situations of danger. But that's not you. Find out what you got to do. Quit celebrating these celebrities. It's okay to enjoy them. It's okay to applaud them. But to put them in a different bracket, I think is unfair to the audience. You give yourself false hope. So start making an effort. Start believing in something. And tell me what you think. Have these athletes gone crazy? Are we destined for a world of Antonio Browns throwing furniture from hotels? Or are we moving into a world where these younger kids are drinking less, they're drugging less, they are focusing on their mental health first? I don't like young people at all. But I can tell you this, they're determined to not make the same mistakes that we made in our generation, and I wish them the best on that. This has been News for the Newsless. I'm Tim Black. The news you need just the way you want it. Talk to me, baby. Click like, subscribe, and share. I got some other news coming for you too. Stay tuned.